Hello, sunshine. I am here to do your energy forecast video for September, from the beginning of September until about mid-September. We'll just kind of see. Usually I do two energy forecast video in a month. So I want to talk about what you can expect for this month and what's going on. Now, I am not an astrologer, but I was listening to Carrie Samuels. It's Kari Samuels. And I really like her energy forecasts that she does monthly. So you might want to check hers out. She goes into more detail about really what's happening and with the planets and everything. But just briefly, and before I say that too, I'm going to pull cards for you. I'll let you know what you can expect for the next couple of weeks, what the cards reveal. And but just talking about the energy, right? We have a full moon that's coming up on the 7th. So that is an eclipse in Pisces. And full moons are about things that need to be revealed, things that are hidden coming to light, coming to the surface. So you can expect the full moon to kind of bring things up, to reveal things. You may already be feeling that energy now, and that may have been happening in the last few weeks, even leading up to this new moon. The energy is really intense. And what she was talking about is that every planet in the zodiac, I believe, or every planet or something, is changing signs this year. And she said that's something like in our lifetime that doesn't happen. It only happens like once or something. So hopefully I'm saying that right, but basically it's a pretty big deal. And so there's a lot of upheaval, and you are probably experiencing that in your life. Plus, we're in a 9 year, which I've talked about before. When you take 2025 and you break it down, it equals the number nine. Nines represent endings. They represent releasing things, moving forward, starting new beginnings. So there's a lot of that happening this year. Plus, September that we're in now is a number nine, right? So there may be even more endings for you and new beginnings. It's like bringing in the new energy as we're moving into this new year. And I've been saying that too on the cards of the day on Facebook and Instagram. Now, just kind of explaining a little bit about that, we have this new energy, right, that's taking place. And so it may feel like you're kind of stuck, or it's taking a long time to like move forward or unwind things or shift things, or you may feel like you're kind of going backwards a little bit. You're not going backwards. We're just having to really clear up some of our lessons. And what Carrie Samuels was talking about too is eclipses, right? Eclipses, they are ways for us to kind of have a reboot and see things more clearly. So, and she was talking about also that we have this, like with karma, karma is about lessons and learning lessons. And sometimes we can have repeating lessons and things that are continuing where we need to like break free from those. And that's really what's happening right now. So if you feel like you've been stuck or you've been in some kind of patterns and you've been seeing things repeating, this is an opportunity for you to break away from that and release it. And again, don't let it, worry you or get afraid of this. This is all really good energy, because when we let go of things, it opens up space for the new, and it helps us to start new projects and new relationships, and for us to have this space that feels good, right? So if there are relationships that are in your life where it feels heavy, you may just need to set some healthy boundaries or have some distance, or really kind of look at what is your part in those, or is it working? What isn't working? Really asking a lot of questions is what I'm getting for this energy forecast for you right now. So, and we'll check in with the cards and see what they say. Now, the full moon, right, being on the 7th, and it's an eclipse. The full moon eclipse is in Pisces. Pisces represents emotions, things, it's a water sign. And that also has to do with things being hidden and being revealed. And it can just be subconsciously like, oh, I didn't realize that this was a pattern of mine. I didn't realize that this was a habit of mine. I didn't realize that this was something that I've been doing over and over. Like, let's say, you have a bad habit and you're like, eating junk food or something at night, and you say, oh, this is something I've been doing for a while and I really don't like it and I want to change it. That's what this is about. Changing those kinds of habits and patterns that are not serving you. Maybe you're not communicating your needs and you've been putting everybody else in front of your needs and you're having to set some clear boundaries. It's a lot of that type of energy where we're having to recognize what we need to either release and let go of and set a new pattern and a new habit for this new space that we're moving into this new year. And being able to let go again of things that don't serve us anymore. So again, not being afraid of anything, but letting yourself say, okay, yes, I'm ready for this. I'm ready to learn my lessons, right? I'm ready to see what needs to be seen and be open to that, to those opportunities, because there will be new things that will take the space of the old always. All right. Now, we also have a new moon coming up on the 21st, and there's also, I believe, an eclipse with that too. So, like I said, eclipses represent a reset. Um, and it's kind of like a reboot for you, like in between. So take time to kind of go within, figure out what is working, what isn't, and use this opportunity to really connect with your guides and your angels and ask for clarity, ask for direction, ask for a way forward. Let them help you and show you what you need to do next. Um, the other thing that it's interesting, and this is coming up too, Carrie Samuels was saying, if you have a job, right, and you don't like your job and you stay and stay and stay, eventually the universe is going to make that decision for you that this is someplace you need to leave, especially if you know you need to leave and you don't. That can be connected with a relationship too. The universe will force that. So you don't want to let the universe force it. If you know it's something you need to do, it might take a little while. We don't want to be reactionary. We want to make sure we're making good decisions. But if it's something that's dragging out for a really long time, you really need to be aware of that and make the necessary changes. Okay. And it could even be like, let's say there's an aspect of your job. She was talking about that too, an aspect of your job that you don't like or that isn't working. See how you can change it or maybe get help or revise that in some way. If there's some aspect of your life, it could just be something very little to, put your attention and your focus on that to kind of shift it. It doesn't mean you have to leave your job. But if it's really toxic, or there's really something toxic, you do need to make sure you're taking a look at that and see what you can do um, to change things, right? So, okay, I'm just looking at my notes of things I had written down. Virgo. Not okay, so September, right? We're in Virgo. And happy birthday to those of you who have a September birthday or a Virgo birthday. And if you don't know this, but on Facebook, on my page, if you say it's my birthday on the day of your birthday, only on Facebook, on the card of the day, just say it's my birthday. You can comment in the comments. I will pull a card for you. Or if you have a loved one that it's their birthday. My daughter's birthday is on the 7th. So yeah, she's very loyal. She's very grounded, very kind, very logical, very smart, but she's very dependable too. So I love you, Virgos, right? Now, all right, I'm going to get started and pull the cards. Took me a little while to get to pulling the cards today, huh? And I don't want this to go too long either. I'm going to do things a little bit different. I am going to pull two cards for past, two cards for present, two cards for future, and then I'm going to pull a card or two for what is hidden or what you need to know. So let's see. Let's see what your angels and guides want to bring forward. I already did my prayer before I got on here, and I always ask for whatever is for everybody's highest and greatest good. And last time we had a message from Spirit come through, and I had a lot of people reach out to me on how that message related to them. So if something does come through, I will let you know. As I'm shuffling, I actually do have a grandfather. So I have grandfather energy that's coming through. This is interesting too, because there's a connection with a P, first initial P, and I'm also getting a D, first initial D. Interesting. P and D would be police department. So that could be significant. Or the P and the D could be separate. There's some connection with fishing. I'm being shown fishing. I am being brought to, it's interesting, like I see a fish like mounted, a fish mounted. So that could be significant, going fishing or somebody catching a significant fish, like from a grandfather figure. That could be a memory, doing something with a grandfather. And that's interesting. The first initial A is also coming up as well. So there may be some connection with an A, could be your name, someone in the family's name, a child, but I see that also. Um, Cottage cabin, I keep getting cottage cabin and like boots or like fishing boots. It almost reminds me of waders, like in the water, those boots that you wear in the water that are like rubber boots. I don't usually see that, so that's very interesting. Um, yeah, fires, like campfire, like some kind of campfire connected with that too. Okay. Yeah, P. It's very clear that it's a P, first initial P. So I hope that connects for you or resonates with you in some way. And if it doesn't, don't worry. It's only meant for those people that it resonates with. So don't try to make it fit. All right, so let me pull cards. That's pretty cool. I know, right? Something connected with a boat as well. So there could be a boat connection with that. All right, so just asking for the past, present, and future. What do we need to know for everybody's highest and greatest good for the past? Energy for the past, two cards for the past. That's coming out, okay. Past, I'll tell you, the first card is the Six of Wands, and then I'll break them down and tell you what they mean. And then the Queen of Wands, so that's for the past. Cool. Present, Five of Swords, and Nine of Pentacles is for the present. Future is Ace of Wands. Like to see that. Ooh, and the Lover's card. Nice. Ooh, and then the overall energy is the World. Wow, that's good. I do have to tell you that something I was getting from my guides and angels with that was that this is going to be some type of lucky month. There's luck in the air. Okay, and before I even got on here, I have a friend who just found out that there was some significant money that came forward for her that she wasn't expecting. So I'm just going to tell you that that's the kind of energy that's in the air and it's pretty powerful. I don't know where this lucky energy is coming from, but I was told to tell you that and I'm really feeling it very strongly. So something's up in the air and that's a good thing. So just be open to that, set the intention. Yep, I am open to unexpected prosperity, abundance, in whatever, form is for my highest and greatest good. Just be saying that throughout the month or come up with some kind of a positive affirmation that makes you feel good, that gets you feeling lucky. I am so lucky. You can say that every day. Seriously, that works. I am so lucky. I am so lucky. Saying it all the time. I have a sticky note that I have that too on my mirror. So let me we're going to talk about past, all right? For the next couple of weeks, this is the energy. So the Six of Wands represents some type of victory or coming into your own personal power. The Queen of Wands. So something in the past is like where you were, and this would be more of the recent past too, and it could be within this past year, something you were very proud of, something you were putting your energy into, you're putting yourself out there, you're letting yourself be seen, and there's a victory attached to it. You may not have had that victory yet, but it's on its way. Then we have the Queen of Wands, which is an action card. This is like passion. It's like putting your love and your energy into something that you enjoy doing, your creative like a creative outlet. You know, what is that? Like when I create my courses and when I do my meditations, like that feels so fun and exciting and creative for me. You know, when I'm doing like reading, you know, reading parties or open forum events, that's the feeling. It's this very powerful type of energy, and you are bringing that into your energy right now into the present. So this is the most recent past, something you're excited about, something you're trying to work on and create. We have the Five of Swords in the present and the Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Swords, you can see the crows. Crows actually do represent luck, okay? And it's almost like he's trying to whisper in his ear and say, stop feeling so sorry for yourself. Stop worrying. Fives are about change, but swords represent thoughts and thinking and worrying, right? A lot of worrying going on. You're maybe feeling like you're not getting your project off the ground, or you're feeling like your creative endeavors aren't really working, or you don't know what your passions are. You can't figure out, you know, what you want to do or what's going to make you happy. There's this feeling of, you know, sadness, regret, but a lot of mental energy is going on right now. So you want to really mitigate that as much as possible and not let your fears take over. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, which represents you doing something, which Pentacles represents financial. And this card specifically is like the entrepreneur. This is where you have your own, like sometimes it's your own business, or you're trying to start your own business, or you're trying to find a way to bring in extra money. And so that may be where the worry or the uncertainty is coming from. I'm not really sure how to do this energy. I don't really know what's going to happen. But this card is representing that you don't have to worry. Like, really, it's going to be okay. And then the next two cards too, I mean, a lot of passion in this reading. We have a, you know, a lot of wand energy. Yeah, a lot of wand energy. Um, and because this next card is, and wands represent passion. Let me just say that passion, movement, action, right? Doing something, being creative. The Ace of Wands in the future position and the Lover's card, right? This represents some type of movement or some type of positive outcome coming forward. And where it's like it's going to make you very happy, because Ace of Wands is like you're putting, it's like a gift. Okay, it's a gift from the universe. And then the Lover's card can also represent choices. It doesn't have to be connected to an actual relationship, but this really equals passion. Okay, the two of these cards together, you have um passion. Ace of Wands is like major passion, new beginning, some type of, it can be new love, and or some type of new passion project, right? But with the Lover's card, this could be connected to a romantic connection where it's like there's a lot of passion and a lot of love. Very, very positive. The Lover's card is also, you know, like I said, choices. So there could be some choices and decisions that need to be made. This is also about, this can be connected to Gemini, the month of Gemini, if you know a Gemini. And there could be this situation again where you're trying to make choices and decisions, but it doesn't necessarily have to represent a Gemini um, specifically, right? Because I'm doing a collective reading for everybody, but there may be a specific Gemini in your life that is trying to make choices, or you're trying to help them with making choices. And, or again, it could be about a relationship. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be about a relationship that you are trying to work through and trying to find some healing in. And there may be passion about it, right? But it would be in a positive way. So a positive, passionate new beginning, fresh start, some type of a mental spark, because this is in her third eye, some type of a mental spark about, yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to, you know, create. That's the direction that I need to go in to manifest whatever this is that I'm excited about and that I want to do, right? Um, And the Lover's card is just saying, like, you are on the right track with this. You have, all of the unconditional love guiding you forward. And then the outcome card I had said, what do we need to know? So this card represents something that we need to know. Um, and it's the World card. And this is saying the world is your oyster. You have a new door opening for you that is going to bring in positive energy here. And you may not even be able to see it right now because you're still kind of trying to figure out, well, what do I do next? Where am I supposed to go? What's my move here? You just may not have that information. So there's this new door that opens and you are ready to like take that leap of faith. Um, you are ready to like go through that door. So when this opportunity presents itself, take your time to really evaluate, is this the right direction? But it feels like a really good energy forward. It's like, again, either connected to a new relationship, but it's definitely something you're wanting. Aces are gifts from the universe. They are the universe's way of saying, here, I'm giving this to you, and now it's your option and your choice to see what you're going to do with it. But the world is your oyster. And so you have the opportunity now to go forward and do something beautiful and creative and exciting. So keep following that path, you know, let your angels and guides show you the way, show you the next steps. Beautiful energy today. Gosh, I love this. I love this for us for September. That feels really good energy. So even if it feels, frustrating, or you feel like, um, you're not really sure what your next steps are, just trust that there's an opportunity that's coming forward here pretty soon. And I'm also hearing too with relationships, right? If there's been issues or if there's been miscommunication, to allow yourself to even kind of take a step back. I think I said this earlier, but taking a step back and reevaluating and thinking about, okay, what is really going to work in this situation? What do I need to address if I do need to address something? And kind of just getting clear on what your ultimate goal is for the relationship. And I keep hearing like being able to verbalize it from a very calm and neutral place, right? Trying not to let your emotions take over and get yourself all worked up, and try to see all sides of a situation before you actually um, address it or say something, so that you can be coming from a place of more calm and understanding, not necessarily even for the person that you're having an argument with, but there may be other people that are involved. So that's why it might be where you have to kind of take everybody's opinions or feelings into consideration before you say something. And then, being conscientious of what you need to do in the situation too. Because a lot of times we think we need to get other people's permission or opinion, or like we want them to understand us, and like we can't move forward unless they do. And we don't need that. Usually we really don't need that. Usually what we need to do is work through whatever the issue is. And if there's somebody that's with you, or that, like, let's say you're in a relationship with, and there's a miscommunication, then you need to address it with them. And if they're not open to hearing your thoughts and your opinions and your feelings about it, then you need to really, really reevaluate the relationship. And a healthy relationship is going to be somebody who's going to care about how you feel and want to work through those issues with you in a loving, compassionate way, to hear your side. And you also, if somebody comes to you and says, this hurt my feelings when you did this, you being able to explain to them, I'm really sorry, that wasn't my intention, or this is what I meant, or this is how I felt, or this is why I said what I said. Do it in a loving, compassionate way. And that is going to get you the outcome that you're really looking for. All right, that feels good. All right, I'm going to pull one more card, and let's see which deck. I think I want to do the Oracle of the Energies. This is a little deeper. And I like to kind of get more deeper messages, right? So it's interesting because this, I don't know why they want me to say this. Okay, I'm going to. So this box, this is from the Oracles of the Seven Energy deck. And on the side of it, it says, life is magical. You are magical. I love that. All right. So that's your message too. Co-create your most beautiful and meaningful manifestations. So something is in the air that you are working on manifesting. And you are co-creating with the universe, which means when you have a want or a desire, you want to hold the energy of that in a positive way. So when you think about it, you're like, yeah, that's exciting and it feels good to me and I can't wait for that to be with me in my experience, instead of, ooh, I don't know if it's going to happen. I really, really want it. And you're like, feeling like fear if it doesn't come into your life. You have to be very aware of your emotions. And if it is too hard to think about what you want without getting emotional in a negative way, with like lack, oh, I don't have a partner, or I really want them and they're not here and I'm upset about it. Um, what you can do is focus on what does feel good for right now and use that energy. So, like something that you enjoy doing, like working out could be a good way for you to get into a good energy space. Focusing on your self care, taking time to think about what it would be like to be in that relationship with this person and having it feel good. Or if it's financial, visualizing in your mind how fun it's going to be when you have this extra, whatever it is, either financial piece or home. Um, and get into a positive, fun feeling, good energy about it instead of like coming from a place of lack. And I know that's hard. I just had somebody reach out to me and she was saying, I've been manifesting for a long time and I guess I'm not really good at it. And that's not true. It's not true that we're not good at manifesting. It's just that we sometimes let our fears get in the way and we think it's not possible, or sometimes it takes a while to manifest the bigger thing that we're actually looking for, or wanting to create. So in the meantime, it's like we have to settle down and let our own energy align with what it is that we really want. Okay. And it doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. All right, I'm going to pull one of the cards from this Oracles of the Seven Energies. So what is for everybody's highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? What one card is going to help us the most out of this deck? For everybody's highest and greatest good. Ooh, seeing beyond. Okay. So seeing beyond. So this is you connecting with your third eye and your intuitive voice, listening to your intuition and really trusting in the messages that you're receiving. So this may be coming through dreams. And I did forget to say that. Pisces, and with the full moon, right? There's a lot of energy about dreams. My dreams have been off the charts. Like I can't even tell you, I've had crazy wild dreams for the last couple weeks. And I've been keeping a dream journal because it's been unbelievable. Plus, I've been getting visuals and visions, and it's not just because of what I do. This is for everybody. So just especially with this Pisces new moon, that is a very intuitive sign. And there's a lot of like a lot of emotion that's connected with that too. And with this card, it's just saying really listen to that, because your angels and your guides, they're communicating with you through the dreams that you're having, through your intuition. They want you to know that they're bringing forward signs. They're helping you to create and to make these changes in your life, and that you are not alone in doing that. Okay. Now, it's interesting because I felt like I needed to look at the card. And it's so interesting too, because when I look at cards, I see things that I've never seen before. And even on this one, I'm going to say that too. There's a couple different things that are coming through. So down here, there's like this spikes almost, and it almost feels like a porcupine. It almost feels like something where somebody got their feelings hurt, where there's like, it's like, the needles. It feels like the needles. And something was said, or it feels like triggering, prickly almost. And so you may be feeling that energy, and you may have to really take time to go within and sort out how to resolve that. So give it a little bit of time in order for that to happen. And this may require more self-care and more self-awareness to work through the energy of that. Okay. The other thing that I'm noticing when I look at this card is that she has a star in her one eye. So this can represent, I heard stars and moons, right? The stars and the moon. So it may be something like from a loved one where you would say, I love you to the moon and back. Or looking up at the stars. Stars for me can represent um, wishes coming true, creation a lot of times. It's a lucky, right? Stars represent luck to me as well. And then also, I don't know if you can see the number up here of the card, it's 36. Well, 6 plus 3 breaks down to 9, right? It equals 9. So again, another number 9. A lot of nines going on here. Even in our cards, we had the 9 of Pentacles. So again, endings, releasing, and then moving into these new beginnings, this new energy, and listening to your intuition, taking time to meditate. That could be even walking. I have a hard time sitting and meditating sometimes, so I need to be doing a couple different things. Um, and I'll go for a walk and just listening to the nature, asking questions, and then I can get like messages that will come through at that time. You can also ask for a clear message when you go to sleep and just say, you know what, I really want to have an answer to X, Y, and Z. Can you give me some guidance in my dreams, in my dreams, in my sleep time, and see what messages come through in the morning. What do you hear? What do you feel? And let your intuition guide you in this next couple of weeks, because it feels very powerful and very strong. All right, so I'm going to wrap up with that. And if you need extra help, I'm always here for readings, and I'm sending you so much love and light. And actually, interesting, it's 444. So that is an angel number, right? That is just representing your angels are with you and surrounding you right now. I'm sending you so much love and light and healing, and I will see you in the next couple of weeks. And please comment and let me know how this energy forecast video has helped you. I'd love to hear your comments, and I love to do these for you. So thank you so much for your love and support.